Hey, motherfucker hit me about this gang banging stuff, and like I say, I misunderstand me, man. Back at you with the Organic Goddess, OG, motherfucking cafe, and I'm letting you know the real about this gang banging situation. It's 2023. You know what I'm saying, man? I've been in this gang life. Well, I was a part of this gang life since 1994. You understand me? Officially in 1994. When them hands got put on me. You understand me? And I had to fight my way in apart, you know what I'm saying, to handle my business, to be from the set. And now, I'm telling you this because at the end of the day, when you still got homies involved and you still, hear what's going on in the field and, but you're not in the field, it kind of hurts you because you can't be in the field to save some people. You know what I'm saying, me? So that's why I do my videos, to try to save and catch somebody out there and inspire someone out there to know that you're going to go through struggles and you're going to go through hell, and you're going to be praying that somebody was wishing you well. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go straight into it, man. Don't fall victim of prideful gangbanging. Don't fall victim. See, what I mean by prideful gangbanging is this, meaning that, you gotta be in the hood because somebody gonna say something about you not being in the hood, not being in the set, participating in gang activity. And when you participating in gang activity, something has to happen. You know what I'm saying? It's like growing a seed. Once you plant, when you have that seed and you plant it inside dirt and you put water to it, and sun hits it, it's going to grow. That's just like if you get put on a gang and you put on the gang colors and you decide to walk down the street and throw up a gang sign and somebody looks back at you and say he's from the wrong gang, that's going to be a consequence and a repercussion due to the fact on who that is that saw you. Now, if this is a real gangbanger, so-called 5-5 Custer, one of them niggas that, got, all this, killer that, and then, they get into squabs everywhere you go, a full-time stepper, they so-called call themselves. And I don't knock it. If you call yourself a stone cold stepper like Crip Mac called himself, then you got to deal with the repercussions and the consequences. So I respect his gangster because he's saying, I'm with the bullshit. I'm telling you, I'm, woo-wop killer and a woo-wop killer, and that's what it is. So I respect that. So he knows what comes with the shit. He ain't crying about the shit. But to all these other niggas that be running around, half-stepping, meaning want somebody to hold their hand in gangbanging. Nigga, gangbanging is not a hold your hand type of thing. It started off with you having 5 homies, and when you out there gangbanging, consequences and repercussions kick in. Like this. I had homies. I had probably like 3-4 little homies that when I was doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? And they was active, right? Active. And as they was active, one homie ended up going to the penitentiary for life. One homie ended up dead. One homie ended up losing his mind, his mental, to where he was like homeless and, a homeless gangbanger, And the other one found his way in life and said, I ain't coming back. You understand me? So I know the truth reality about this shit because one of my partners that had went to jail had lost his life in jail. And that shit took a part of me with him because that was my little partner. And I believe that I had, showed him a little bit of this and a little bit of that and inspired him in the gang banging activity and let him know that it wasn't about your size, it was about the heart and the mentality and the chess moves that you had in your mind. You know what I'm saying? So that inspired him to be a threat. But also, and it fucked him up because I never told him that, hey, one day we might be facing life in prison. And one day we might get life in prison. And one day, You know, we might feel that we can't control our mind and we can't do life in prison, so we end up, you know, want to kill ourselves, or, can't wait for an appeal. All that shit comes through a person's mind. You know, when you gang banging, and if you not strapped tight and your G homies don't tell you that, hey homie, you gotta get up every day, and work out, cause that'll help you with your mental. You gotta read and have a mental of a fight, to know that just because you lost a battle doesn't mean you lost the war. Meaning that, hey, just because you lost a trial does not mean that you gonna sit there and do life, that your pill ain't gonna come through. Even though that's the most baddest feeling, getting found guilty on trial. It's a badass feeling. And I don't think nobody in the world will want to hear guilty. But when that happens, I think the man above, the higher power, God, says, son, I'm going to get you through this. If you just, lean to me, if you get on your knees and pray to me, and you give up them old ways and that sin stuff. Because at the end of the day, 85% of all gangbangers end up with the man above praying to him. End up when doing life with a Bible in their hand. Do you understand what I'm saying? End up being preachers in the penitentiary. And some of the best ones, you know what I'm saying, can walk in step with T.D. Jakes. You know what I'm saying? And spit that real influential prayers and gospel. So what I'm trying to tell you is, when somebody telling you to be in the hood, if that's what you want to do, be in the hood. But don't be crying about the repercussions and the consequences of going to jail or getting your head blown off. Because a lot of people thought they was going to war for Iraq and thought they was coming back home, and they didn't. Just as fast as you can kill a roach or kill an insect, that's as fast as you can die. Do you understand that? So I want to let you know that don't be a fool with your life worrying about telling a person come to the hood. Because that same person, this is for the other end of the person that's telling the person to come to the hood. For that same person that's asking somebody to come to the hood, and then you force somebody to come to the hood that really ain't hood bound, that really ain't a hood dude, that really ain't got hood mobility or capabilities to gang bang, fuck around and tell on you. And then you be wishing that he never came by. You be wishing that you be wishing that you never would have pressured him to come into the hood. So everybody with this, where you at? Oh, you out there. You ain't in the hood. Oh, you 55 years old. Why you ain't been in the hood? We need you, big homie. Nigga, his kids need him. You understand me? Nigga, his family need him. And he probably needs you to help him out in a new business that he's trying to step up and get your ass out of the motherfucking streets. You understand me? So don't be so rushful to tell somebody to come to the hood when you just tell them to come down and put their life on the line like it's duck, duck, goose or something. You understand me? You waiting there like this. Pop! Pop! And get your ass shot. And then you be wondering why. You be like, damn, when you get shot, the same nigga that called you, and then came to the hospital and put his hand over your mama and said, Mama, I'm sorry that he got hit. I'm sorry, Mama. You know what I'm saying, man? Ain't none of that shit happen. So, the same boils down for the person that's gonna go to jail. The same nigga that called him to the hood is the same nigga that ain't put $20 on his books when he went to jail just to give him a little kit, little washing kit to wash his ass when he get in jail, until his family or until the other homies come together. So don't be falling for people that ain't for you, especially in your downfall, especially when you go to the hood and you go to jail. Especially when you go to the hood and you get your ass popping, you can't walk and go back to work because you all fucked up and you got bills to pay, and your homie got a $10,000. He can't give you $5,000. He can't give you $1,000 on your rent because you got shot for the set. You remember? You better know who you riding for. That's all I'm saying. I'm misunderstand me, man. I ain't gonna be here too long, but look, If you want to go to the hood, go to the hood. You better, hey, it's better off letting that nigga call you, you ain't came to the hood, valley boy, or, you know, wannabe, because you would be a nigga that's at home watching that nigga be on the motherfucking news talking about he caught a murder case, his ass on, look, he has his ass on the YNW murder trial, and we don't know if he testifying or not. Shit. You see all this shit going on? YNW is a prime example for all of you young fools right now. Even me. Don't play with people. Don't play with guns. Don't try to hurt nobody. Stay away from people that you know that knocked your teeth from the side, and you know, and you feel some kind of jealousy for them, and you know you don't want them around you, and you know you're gonna do something to them. Stay away from them. All right? Love yourself, because you'll find your ass on death row. You know what I'm saying? Looking at death row and praying that your ass beat the motherfucking case. Because you can say he's smiling all he wants, but at the end of the day, that's only because he trying to pray to God and his spirit is up. But really, deep down inside, don't no man in his right mind want to catch life in prison or even a smell of death row. Oh, Weezy, I'm Mr. Understand Me Man, back at you with the organic guidance, OG Cafe. Deuces.